Alrighty, Reginald here, coming up next. And I decided to swap. Now, I really want to show you this game. It's a short one, so it'll be nice and sweet, and I want to illustrate a couple of points while I play it about team composition, teamwork, the value of the stall, and just kind of show off a few things that I thought were really interesting. So I have been learning the Human Torch, and there was a bit of kerfuffle at the beginning of who was going to pick what. Like, a lot of switching around. Nobody was... Like, we had people wanting to play this, one people wanting to play that. It really turned into a mess pretty quick. There was just so much confusion about who was going to play what. We had, like, a solo Penny, and then I was going to switch, and then Storm said they were going to switch instead, so then I'm going to play Torch. That's how this all went. Now, I was open to playing other things. As you can see, we're going to start the game off with 2 DPS, 3 healers, a Jeff, a Rocket, and an Invis, and a Magneto. It's a pretty interesting comp, but it's not terrible or anything. And I'll be playing Human Torch to start with. Like I said, I've been practicing, I've been enjoying it. We're going to try and get a little cheeky little fire at the start, just to get some damage. Probably not the best placement. Again, I'm still working on it. So here's the problem. I have not fought a lot of other torches. You can see me trying to use the melee tech here, but I'm not that good at it. And then I get sunk down, I do manage to pick off the slam, and I get out. I'm really surprised that I survived this, to be honest. But the whole team is walking backwards because, of course, we don't have a tank. So I'm going to try and go high ground just to poke for damage, build an ultimate, try and prevent the team from getting pushed too hard. That's kind of important. And right now, I would say that the enemy team is just doing it better than us. We're clearly losing this fight. We've apparently switched from Magneto. No, I'm sorry, we have our Magneto still. Looking at the wrong side. This is really questionable. Yeah, not good. Not a good play. I think I'm going to die here because of it. Yeah. So, I'm doing these wrong. I've seen myself do this twice. I get greedy, I see someone's low, and I just go for it. But I recognize that we're late to the point, and if I can get back on Fantastic, I think I can do a big stall to get the team moving. So, the team has managed to recontest, even though I basically threw with that dive. I also recognized, and I just want to pause here and say this, I recognized that the other Torch was better than me, and I decided to swap. So this is all about team play. I'm trying to understand the position of the game, and then my plan here is actually to get off of Fantastic, unless it goes like remarkably well, and play another tank, because we're gonna need the health pools in order to build ultimates for these 3 healers. Otherwise, we're just not gonna have anything. So I'm gonna pick a tank that I think is survivable and can do a lot of damage, like Emma, for example, after this. But Fantastic makes a good stall, so I'm gonna try and stall. And let me just reference part of an old short to explain why stalling is my objective here.
But the next circle is the circle of strategy, the circle of how do I win the objective. This is not some trivial distinction. This is a frame of reference upon which you make decisions. I know I'm kind of being repetitive here, but I'm trying to explain something that I find difficult to explain, but that definitely worked for me.
We do get Jeff the Shark, and then Rocket stalls the point, and I jump on Rocket. So I'm on Rocket. I'm just hiding now, knowing where the enemy is. I'm going for the Torch here because they're not on the point, and I think I can stall a little bit by just like distracting this Torch. Get a good hit. I pick up the Torch as a kill, get my big mode. Rocket, by the way, is still alive. I really want to call this out because it looks like I'm solo stalling, but I super am not. The Rocket is up there keeping me alive. That is the reason why I was able to go big and stay alive, and he's continuing to heal me as I go through this. And notice that stall between me and the Rocket here was what allowed this portal to go off and for the enemy team to rush in. It's a shame she was a little late on that. I could have lived and potentially been able to fight, but we're on anyway. We have an ult on the table. We have a tank on the table. We're in a good condition. So let's see how this plays out. So far, just for the record, it looks like our Shark managed to pick up 2, and I've got 1 kill on the Torch, who probably didn't expect me to be able to kill him, and that's really all we have to work with. The rest of this has just been us stalling the point, and that's it. They're basically right at the end, and I'm shocked we've been holding so well, right? hey, really good target priority, really chasing down this Emma in that ultimate and killing her. It looks like their healers weren't able to provide good protection to that. The Torch ult is on the floor, and there is a ult from... There's an ult from Cap, and here I am. So we've lost 2 now, but the portal is there, so I'm hoping I can get in. I use my jump. It's a little risky to do that, by the way, because it does bug out. And now I'm on point. Torch is blasting and doing a good job.
Ready to put on a show.
And we'll just do this. Unfortunately, you know, the enemy has ults on the table, so all I'm trying to do is... I want to explain what I'm doing here. I'm not maintaining target priority. I'm maintaining... I'm moving around to distribute aggression and position against enemy threats. So if we look at all the stuff that's on the table here, there's really, like, there's this Torch who could be going for me, but is probably chasing down a Rocket right now, trying to remove our last healer, or maybe it's Fish, I'm not sure. And there's Strange on the field and me. So all I'm trying to do is avoid taking too much damage and moving around a lot, right? Because what I want to do is not die. I'm going to go ahead and go right into it so I don't actually end up in a bad situation. I'm going to go up here to bounce on the Torch, go back down. I think it's a little bit sad. I think if I had found another bounce position on like one of these high grounds, I could have actually killed Torch again. But since I wasn't able to do that, I'm just looking to stall. I'm looking to spend time. And our Strange is doing a good job staying alive. I'm doing a great job staying alive. And that's what matters.
Usually I create my own.
I apply a little shielding to him. This grab was targeted at him. I don't know how I got the Torch here. But I do manage to knock him. Look at his health pool. He hasn't gotten healed, so he's going to use his shield to get away. But we pick him up. So that kill was basically because of me by accident, though it wasn't the kill I wanted. Now, here, I want to say I stayed in big form and then canceled so that I could maximize my survivability into my shift on this, use as much shielding as I could, and now I'm transferring. The healing there from the healers is great. And we've actually got a Magneto swap, so now we're running 2 tanks, myself, and 2 healers with Fish Rocket, of all things. I don't want to overchase because I don't know the status, and I don't know if there's somebody around that could like kill our backline. So I'm going to let them pressure, and I don't have enough range to really get in there and kill anything anyway, so it's fine. Like, my goal here is just to keep everybody alive, to stay near this point, to play this corner, not give the enemy any winning opportunities. You can see over there as well, very good play on Mekai's part. He's setting up in a position where he can go for a flank, maybe get a spicy pick in the backline. I see this Psylocke, and I'm looking to hit her, and I think I managed to pick her up, and she backs out. We do get the kill. That was very lucky, by the way. It wasn't my intent. I was just going to knock him out of the air, but I actually pushed him into my team because of the way he moved. And when that happened, we were able to get the pickup on that as well. Now, I think, now that I'm looking at this, where's Mekai? Because I think, you know, I didn't really see what happened. So we're going to just... Okay. So is she invis ulting because of the low HP pool? He did die. This ult is bad on the Invisible Woman's part. Like, this ult is really bad. But like, best case scenario, they stay alive long enough for the other players to get back, but they haven't ulted on the point, and they're just wasting this, essentially. So this is a terrible ult.
Your sister is not gonna...
I'm basically just going to punch into it to build ult charge, right?
Attack is almost exhausted. Well, hello there.
And there we go. Mekai is flanking, doing a great job. Unfortunately, this was forced canceled on me. I didn't want to do that. That's one of the things I find really annoying about his big mode is it's forced. You get forced into it and out of it, and then also you only get like 2 swings in it right now. But anyway, so fortunately, we went from just getting rolled to a full reversal, and now we are fully able to defeat them. We did not hit the Psylocke. They got away. So the Torch goes to slam the payload in order to get the overtime. And he doesn't really have a choice. He's the one who touches, and he dies for it. I'm kind of looking for more targets. That's why you see me swinging like this. Because I'm wondering if there's like a Psylocke around. I cancel this because I'm worried about Strange ult, which he does not have, but I thought he might. And I'm going to go ahead and hit shift so that I can survive here. And I'm going to ult out of this, even though it's not an ideal time, just so I can ensure survival. Again, we're going for full stall here. And if I do damage and get no kills, that's fine. My ult's not that good. Damage alone will do it. And would you look at that? We actually held on first point. To me, that's insane. I mean, I don't know, like, that is not typical, I don't think. That went very crazily. Now, I'm going to play Fantastic on attack here because, again, I've identified that I am worse than the other Torch, and I don't want to try and duel him and lose. They have an Ultron as well. So I think, basically, I want to go for more survivable kind of play style, and it was working, so don't change it. If the result is that, you know, I'm not doing a lot or not doing enough, I'm going to swap off. Right? My goal is, insufficient. You know, we're no longer on defense. I really like Mr. Fantastic on defense on payload maps. He's okay on attack, but this map is a little bit rough. So I'll probably swap to something else. I've been practicing other heroes, like the other DPSs. So far, I've died 2 times. So once on the Torch, and then I swapped to Fantastic, and I died that 1 time. Which is, honestly, that is, for a first point hold, that's a pretty wild first point hold, I think.
3, 2, 1. Help get that vehicle to its destination.
In a situation as
Okay, so I'm going to take this sort of side position, looking for Psylocke. I'm going to start just listening, really, and I'm going to start punching some of the terrain to make it a little harder for her to move around.
Main flexible. Here they are now.
I'm spending too much time on this. I'm going to apply shielding to Mekai here to help him survive, and then I'm just going to warn the team not to stand in the fire, because everybody sort of walked into it for no reason. Because I did that on Mekai, though, we don't have healing for... I don't have any shields for Strange here, so I just have to do my best to try and protect him. He does die, and now I'm just going to try and get... I'm going to try and take his spot. My goal here is not to overcommit. My assumption is that I will be able to get healed, and all I want to do is basically poke for ult, bother the enemy team, and give my team the capacity to reposition without having, like, taking full attention into my heal line, right? That, unfortunately, canceled, and I think I was otherwise going to get the pull and probably the kill. Fine that I don't. I cancel immediately so I can go into shift if I need it. One of the things about playing Fantastic is you have to intuitively understand how much damage you are taking. I saw that I was taking a lot of damage very quickly, and I had a lot of attention, so I pop shift there in order to back out and survive. I get my bubble, and then I'm going to back up here. I could have played forwards. I get double knockdown on the flyers, which scares them. Notice that they've essentially both turned around and run away. They don't necessarily have to do that, but it is very difficult for them to be down in front of so many different targets. Mekai has picked up a healer kill by flanking. I'm going to provide him some shields because he's getting kind of a weird spot. And I'm in big mode. I've got plenty of health. I think I'm okay. Oh, I am not okay. That was my fault. I was kind of in a bad position, to be perfectly honest, and I let myself take too much damage, and I got too greedy. So that was greed. Don't do that. Even still, the team is doing incredibly well because they're up. You know, obviously, they only have Ultron heals, and I'm sorry, they have Ultron and Cloak, who they just killed Cloak. And Daisy, I think, here's going to be walking back. All right. This is real. Let's go to the actual fight, and when I get back, I get back. All right, now we were up here in this situation, so we're just going to watch this fight. There's the final KO on the rest of the enemy team. Daisy tries to get back, and Invis, stall point. Dies. Unfortunately, though, the rest of their team's tempo was so long, was like so off of hers. She died so much earlier than everyone else. Her stall is not going to be able to do anything. This is a situation where, like, Cloak and Dagger wouldn't want to switch, right? Because Cloak and Dagger is going to want to run back. But somebody should have switched to Strange and portaled. Cloak of Dagger could have done so, since they already have 2 healers, but she probably didn't think she was going to get back that long because that fight was still going on. And there you have it. We got the point.
1, 2, 0.
Super short game. I just thought it was really interesting how we managed to stall that out, show you some of the technique of that stall, jumping around the payload, moving, just trying to make myself a difficult target and sustain off of what I can get from rocket heals. I'll probably do another VOD review of some Torch gameplay soon, and I will do a little bit of a review of maybe one of my other games. I played a Thing game recently where I MVP'd. It was super good. There's just a lot of interesting gameplay that I've been having as I try to find. So, warm regards, everybody. See you around. Bye.
Reginald.
I would like to take a moment to provide a special thank you to a Rando Dude and Joseph Davison for being Oathmaker level members, and to Zimisk3 and Fluff. Also, a shout out to Vinny for continuing to support my channel whenever I do have time to stream. Hopefully that will pick up again soon. Guys, genuinely, I really appreciate it a lot. It honestly is just so encouraging to have you guys supporting me like that, and it means a lot to me personally. So thank you. I hope to continue to bring you high quality content. I continue to do my best. So take care, and I'll see you around. Thanks so much for visiting, and bye-bye.